One of our biggest challenges today in development is our ability to predict the amount of compute, storage, networking, and memory needed to run our application in the cloud.
The biggest problem, if you look at the overall problem, just in the US alone, it's about a $20 billion issue. That's how much over-provisioning and waste is happening in cloud computing.
So the challenges we have being in the cloud is primarily cost. We have a thick client-server architecture which deploys a desktop application. We run it through terminal services. The biggest issue we have is when we deploy that, it doesn't scale very well, so our cost is very high.
Right now, engineers work within the constraints that others set for them, and we would like to set them free from that. We would like to add intelligence to the cloud infrastructure in a way that would liberate developers from dealing with a lot of complexity.
I've always heard IT leaders complaining about the same issue of overspending. So this is why when we started thinking about Magalix, we realized that there's a huge potential for companies to save on the cloud.
We are a company based in Seattle, and we worked with major cloud providers. We saw problems using cloud infrastructure the way it is right now. And that what inspired us to found Magalix.
The exciting promise that Magalix is delivering on today is to be able to predict, based on past performance, what the real-time optimization recommendations and actions need to be.
Applications are impacted heavily by the user activity, and this is really hard to predict and manage. And this is where the AI comes to the rescue. The AI reads historical data and tries to predict what is going to happen the next few minutes to the next few hours.
What makes us different is that we don't only provide insights, we provide actions on the insights. So what we try to do here is add intelligence to the infrastructure. Scaling up and down your services based on what your application really needs and not based on what you think your application needs.
So solving over-provisioning really requires a lot of human judgment, which means you have to train people and you have to have specialized skills. The value of artificial intelligence and what Magalix has done is really taken that human judgment and automated in a way where it's more proactive rather than reactive.
Two main things that we get out of Magalix is the reduction in our AWS spend. The second is we've been very impressed with the technical competence and are helping convert the application to containers and actually getting that up and running, given that we have not done that before.
There's a lot of companies out there that try to tackle the same problem from different angles, but still the infrastructure lacks intelligence. And this is what we provide here at Magalix.